Got a little project going on with the Quickrete Walkmaker random brick pattern. I've done about 20 of these so far, and we've got about 8 or 9 more to go, so I thought it'd be a good time to stop and give you my experience on how these things go together. I like this particular pattern because the cement goes down in between the forms down there, and you could see where all the individual bricks are tied together. I got my 80-pound bag of Quickrete. I've got a gallon of water, and of course I've got a using a dye, and I'm using the terracotta Quickrete dye for the cement color. I like it better than just plain cement, and so far it looks pretty good. So they recommend 3 quarts of water per bag. I haven't found that to be accurate. I've used about a gallon and a pint thereabouts. Gets me a good mix, good firm solid mix, and allows me to get it down into the cracks and crevices in the form. So okay, I got my cement in my wheelbarrow, and I'm going to put about 3/4 of this water with the color in it. Find that that's about the easiest way to mix it rather than to dump it all in there at one time. That's mixed up with about 3/4 of a gallon. Still not wet enough, so I'm going to pour the rest of it in. That'll get most of it, and then I'll add about a pint after that. It will give you a workout. You got to make sure it gets a good mix so you get all your color mixed in there. Takes about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how aggressive. So I'm going to add another about a pint of water, and that'll give me the right mix. So I can get good penetration into the cracks and crevices of the form. Okay, that looks like it's mixed up pretty good. Colors all the way through it, and we'll start filling the form. You want the consistency to be about the consistency of mush, and this looks pretty good. This will be able to allow me to get down into the cracks and crevices of the form. Okay, I got my form in position where I want it, and the first couple of forms that I filled with a trowel, and that was a lot of work. I mean, you can do it that way, but I found the best way is to use a regular shovel and just to drop it in there. That way it'll spread out amongst all the cavities of the form. It's not going to take the whole 80-pound bag. I end up making extra bricks out of the with the form after I get finished. One of the things that I found is very helpful is just a regular straight hoe, regular hoe, garden hoe, and you just mash the cement down in the cracks, and then you can drag it wherever it needs to go. And you've got the grids to kind of guide you as far as the depth and so forth of the cement. But you push it down in all the cracks. And I can do probably, been able to do about 75% of it just with the hoe. Then I'll take a 2x as a screed to level it out. After you do this 20 times, you'll kind of get the hang of it. Don't worry about getting it perfect with this, because you're going to be able to come back and do each individual square. Now take a 2x4 and use it as a screed to level it across the grid. Okay, then I've just got a plain old 12-inch cheap trowel you can buy at Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever, and what I use to smooth it out. Get as smooth as you want to, smooth as you want to work it. I usually work from the back to the front, or front to the back, depending on how you look at it. The farthest from me. As you can see, it's smoothing out pretty good. You don't need to be in a hurry because you've got plenty of time. I found it best to do each individual stone, that way you get a much smoother edge after you pull the frame up. Okay, that looks pretty good. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take a object and just kind of hit the sides of it. Whoops, try not to get anything on the surface, otherwise you have to go back and fix it. Look, after you do that, you just kind of ease up on the form. Take it out and just toss it to the side. I've got another trowel that I can kind of fix up the edges if I've got anything that needs to be fixed up. This one looks pretty good. Well, there you have it, one complete form, and now you're ready to move on to the next one. And I've done about 20 of these so far, and it's looking good. I made some extra bricks out of the extra cement that I have left over, and I'm going to use it to kind of fill in this corner right here, kind of as a random pattern. I think it'll look pretty good to be able to work around that tree and the bushes.